Wow, finally, DaVinci J15 has finally announced what his next big thing coin is. And this is GRINCOIN. So let us show you actually what this is all about in this episode. We will not only tell you something about the technology and the story behind it, we will also tell you about how you exactly can participate and how you can probably even profit from GRINCOIN. But as you know, it is not out there. You cannot mine it, you cannot buy it at the moment, but we want to tell you exactly how you can probably even profit from it. So if you are already excited, make sure you smash up the like button. Also leave some love in the comment section down below and smash up the subscribe button as well if you haven't already. So guys, now we want to talk about GRINCOIN. Actually, the schedule for today's episode, it will be a shorter episode, and it's also kind of a different episode to all of our episodes before. But we want to tell you something about the story of GRINCOIN quickly. We will want to tell you something about the technology of GRINCOIN, and in the end, we will tell you something about how you can participate at GRINCOIN. We will tell you actually 3 different ways how you can participate at GRINCOIN and how you might be even able to be the first movers and profit from GRINCOIN on, maybe on a very, very high scale. The risk is there, but the upside is huge. So let's talk about that today. First of all, you want to start with that article, which is actually saying Lord Voldemort is trying to save Bitcoin. So what is that all about? Also, guys, we will leave all the comment sections down below. If you want to jump to the 3 ways how to participate, just do it. But we really want to highly incentivize you to watch the whole content, because if you are jumping forward, you're just one of the greedy guys, not interested in the technology, not interested in the story behind it. So guys, don't make that mistake and watch the whole content. So this one is actually saying Lord Voldemort is trying to save Bitcoin. So actually on an anonymous cryptographer who refers himself as Harry Potter's mortal enemy Voldemort, he's actually using the name, Tom Elvis Jedesser. You can see it right here. And Tom Elvis Jedesser is the name of Lord Voldemort in the Harry Potter story. So he may come up with a solution to address 2 of the biggest issues of holding Bitcoin back. And the community is beginning to take it seriously. So what are these 2 different issues? These 2 different issues of Bitcoin, which a lot of people are saying it's a problem of Bitcoin. And quick disclosure, we really like Bitcoin. We are not against Bitcoin. We are actually huge supporters, but we like the competition in the space, and we think that might be really, really kind of interesting. So that 2 issues are privacy and scalability. Actually, openness, not because Bitcoin is completely open source, but privacy and scalability. So actually, what he is saying, that he is calling his proposal Mimblewimble, and Mimblewimble is actually the underlying protocol of the GRINCOIN. So he is saying, I call my creation Mimblewimble because it is used to prevent the blockchain from talking about all users' information. So what is that all about? If we go to the Bitcoin blockchain and we are just taking out a random block, you can see that it is completely transparent. You can see all the inputs, you can see all the outputs, you can see where it's coming from, you can see where it's going to. So it's completely transparent. What GRINCOIN tries to create is complete transparency. And how they want to do it, we want to show it to you right now. So they say that Grin has no amounts and no addresses at all. So that no amounts, no addresses, we will tell you how that might be possible. And also they are scalable. So they are leveraging cryptography to allow most of the past transaction data to be removed. So how is that possible? We need the past transaction data to actually secure that everything is fine and that no one is double spending and so on. So how is that possible? We will come to that as well. This guarantees Grin won't crumble under its own weight in the long term. So what is that own weight all about? Obviously, the Bitcoin blockchain, if we go back to 2009, it was very, very small in the size. But as the time passes, the blockchain weight, the megabyte and gigabyte of all the transactions saved in the network is increasing on an exponential scale. And every node joining the network actually has to download the whole blockchain, and that as the time passes, it really does not incentivize a lot of nodes to download the blockchain because it will get bigger and bigger and sometimes will be at terabytes. In our opinion, it's not a big problem because actually even a terabyte, like in a few years time, it's not a problem. Even 5 terabytes shouldn't be a problem if you want to be a full node. But yes, it might be a smaller problem, but that's not the biggest problem Grin is solving. In our opinion, the privacy is very nice and also the scalability. So actually, how is that going to happen? We will tell it to you right now. Before we will go actually to the 3 different ways how you can participate and maybe profit from Grin. So actually this, how the privacy works is, if we go back to the Bitcoin block here, you can see that Bitcoin has a certain unspent transaction output system. So they are not only making -1 on the one side and +1 on the other side when you are sending 1 Bitcoin. They're actually taking, when you are sending 1 Bitcoin, they are taking the equivalent previous inputs on that address and they are accumulating it up to 1 Bitcoin and then sending it out. It sounds kind of complicated, but we hope we can make it as easy as possible. That's actually the UTXO, the unspent transaction output of the Bitcoin blockchain, which was one of the criterias Da Vinci first of all announced as one of the 3 criterias of his next big thing, which was on blockchain privacy protection and unspent transaction output. So that's actually how the Bitcoin blockchain works. And how is Mimblewimble doing that? So Mimblewimble is not summing up all that previous transactions and making it to an output, because that actually consumes a lot of data and it also provides completely transparency. And Mimblewimble wants to save data and also wants to be privacy protected. So what they are doing is they are creating one multi-signature, and multi-signature means that more parties have to sign their transactions, actually all parties involved in that transaction. It is creating a multi-signature, and that actual multi-signature creates a new public key, but this public key is only public for all the parties involved. The public keys you can see right here, it's public for the whole world, but the public key in the Mimblewimble Grin system, it's only for the people involved in that transaction. And so there are no public keys at all for the whole public, only public keys for the parties involved in that transaction. And now someone might say, okay, this is shitty, there are no public keys, and someone cannot give me just a public key and I can send the money there. So that might be a smaller problem because, but let's go back to one point. It's the necessity for being private in that system. But a problem might be that both parties has to be online. So that might be the biggest problem in our opinion for the Grin and Mimblewimble system. Both parties has to be online to do the transaction. So that might be a major downside. But on the other side, that really is a huge and it's a huge and revolutionary technological progress, because on the same time it provides scalability and privacy, something which was, for example, in the Monero system, it was contradicting targets. The more scalable it is, the less private it is. And the more private it is, the less scalable. But in this case, it is the other way around. And this is actually a huge benefit for the whole Mimblewimble system. And in our opinion, it's really a groundbreaking technological breakthrough. And that's why we are actually really interested also how to participate in that whole thing. And since it's decentralized and since no one is paying anyone and they are really relying on donations, it's really similar to the Bitcoin narrative, and that's why we kind of like it, and we like it more than all the ICOs out there. So now the question, how to participate at the Grin network, how to participate, how to get Grin coins, even though it's not launched yet. You can see the mainnet launch is planned for the 15th of January, and now everyone is asking, how can I buy it once it's launched, and how can I participate? So there are 3 ways. And the first way is obviously most probably the less profitable one, but it's also the easiest one. It's just wait until it is getting listed on an exchange, obviously. So that's the first one. You can just wait there. Mainnet launch on the 15th of January. Then you can wait a few days or weeks or month. Who knows when they are going to be listed. And then you can buy it on an exchange. It's also lesser risky because if there's a 51% attack, then the exchanges won't list it, and you will be there. So you won't take all that risks of the early adopters. For example, 51% attacks or double spending. And the second way could be obviously to make OTC transactions. So for example, from the first day, there will be miners mining GRINCOIN, and they will be maybe willing to sell that GRINCOIN to compensate their energy costs. So you might be able from the first day on to make OTC transactions, but we highly want to incentivize you to be very, very vigilant, because OTC transactions are very, very risky, especially in a privacy protected system, and especially for beginners, the risk of being scammed is huge. And we, for our part, we will most probably stay away from OTC transactions, especially here in the GRIN system, because it might be really, really risky. But if you want to take that risk of losing it all and of being scammed of an escrow or of a second party selling you that GRINCOIN, if you want to be scammed properly, you can make maybe some OTC transactions. So the third way, and now everyone might say, are you nuts? I don't want to do that. The third way might be mining. But for GRINCOIN, there is one special thing. Actually, they are we think, and correct us if we are wrong, we think they are ASIC resistant, and therefore they support also mining from graphic cards, for example, from your own rig at home, or maybe even from your computer if you have a nice graphic card. And that's why it might be possible also from the first day on to mine from home. And maybe you can mine with your own graphic card. You can buy certain graphic cards. Not really sure which graphic cards are profitable for that. But if you're interested, just come into our Telegram group. We have actually a friend who is really, really skilled in that, and we can tell you which graphic cards might be beneficial for that. Be aware of maybe you are mining coins, which are maybe not so much worth later on, but everyone who believes in Da Vinci, and you shouldn't blindly believe him, but everyone who believes in him and everyone who is doing his own research, maybe it's a way to participate in the very first day and be one of the first movers. And maybe in 10 years, someone would say, wow, you were one of the first movers in 2019, just as we say now, wow, you were one of the first movers of Bitcoin in 2009, mining it from the very first day. So there's one problem if you want to mine it from from home. You might not get any blocks, especially if you have only one only one graphic card, or if you are mining from your computer, or if you are mining only from a single small rig. So there might be that one problem, and how to surpass that problem? Obviously, you can take your mining rig, you can take your graphic card, and you can connect to a mining pool. Not talking about that MLM, multi-level marketing, kind of shitty network marketing shit, this, I don't know, BitClub network stuff and so on. We are more talking about mining from home and providing your hash rate to that pool and getting compensated with GRINCOIN. So that's actually without any risk of being scammed. It's only the economic risk of paying more for the electricity than for being compensated in GRINCOIN. But that's always involved, but we think the upside is very, very high. We don't know anything about any pools out there currently, but if you are interested in mining, you can go here on the top and then Grin Miner. And if you are interested maybe in a community pool or so, we actually have a friend who is planning to set up such a pool, and it's actually the only one we know. And if you are interested in that, you can also come to our Telegram group, and we can keep you updated. And maybe our friend will set up such a mining pool, and we can take part of it. Maybe just for a day, trying it with our computer or trying it with one single graphic card or so. It might be interesting. Just play around and have some mainnet GRIN tokens, coins. So if you are interested in that, also let us know in the comment section if you would be interested in such a mining pool where you can just connect your computer to and mine some GRINCOIN, or maybe connect your graphic card or your mining rig to. If you're interested in that, we might be able to set that up. You might be paying like a mining fee, like 1% or so to the mining pool, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's the only way to participate in the early days. So guys, we hope that really provided some value to you. If it did, just make sure you smash up the like button, you leave your comments in the comment section down below, you subscribe to our channel, and also very important, go to our Telegram channel and join our Telegram channel. DaVinci J15 is also in our channel, and yeah, we are really happy to welcome you all. Sometimes you can tag him, and sometimes he's coming into our group and answering your questions. So yeah, that being said, we would be actually very happy if you join our community. So yeah, again, that being said, my name is Chris from MMCrypto, and see you at the next episode of MMCrypto. So thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and bye-bye.